Hey everyone, today I would like to share a story with you that happened several years ago and that involves my family and dining chairs. So, one evening we were leaving the home of a couple of friends that are very, very wealthy, and they had invited us over for dinner. And she's an excellent cook, and it was a wonderful, wonderful evening. We had amazing food. Their home is gorgeous, it's beautiful. And as we were leaving, my son, who then was maybe 11 or 12 years old, my younger son, Zaffar, he said, that was very good, that was very good, and your friends are a lot of fun, but there's something I don't understand. And I said, what is that you don't understand? And he said, well, your friends have a lot of money, don't they? And I said, yes, they are very, very wealthy. They used to have a business that was very successful and they sold it and now they're retired. And yes, they are very, very wealthy. And he said, I thought so. So this is what I don't understand. If they have so much money, why don't they buy chairs that are comfortable? And I thought back, I had not noticed anything about the chairs, but I thought back to their chairs. They had a beautiful set. They had a dining area attached to the kitchen that was more informal. And then they had a beautiful separate dining room, which was when you came in through the foyer, and the dining room was to the right. And so you had to walk over to the kitchen to bring the plates. But it was really, really nice, right? And gorgeous, awesome, good Feng Shui table, large wooden table, very fine wood with rounded corners. And I didn't remember the chairs being uncomfortable because I did not lean back. So they were very sturdy chairs and they were padded on the bottom. But the back, it had like a curvy thing going to the top. And then it had some swirly designs in the front. I mean, not in the front, in the middle. And so my son said, and my other son confirmed, when they leaned back on the chair, when they tried to lean back on the chair, it felt really uncomfortable because most of the back was space. And then they had these pieces of wood, that were curling. And so that was uncomfortable. And I thought, my first thought was, I am so glad that I have taught my kids good manners, and that he knew not to ask them that, right? That he waited until we left in order to ask this question, and he was genuinely surprised, and he wanted to know. And he wasn't being facetious or anything like that. He truly wanted to know. He wanted to understand. If you have so much money that you could buy any dining chairs in the world, why would you buy chairs that are uncomfortable? And I have seen that so many times with Feng Shui clients, that they bought chairs because of their aesthetic value, but the chairs were uncomfortable. Your choice of dining chairs symbolizes how you treat yourself. So I want you to look at your dining chairs. I want you to sit on them, and I want you to assess them objectively. How are you treating yourself by your choice of chairs? Are you uncomfortable? Are they hard? Are they hard to maneuver? Do they make scraping noises when you're getting up from the table or sitting at the table, pulling the chair forward? How is that experience for you? And that is going to say a lot about how much kindness you show yourself. The second thing that I thought, when my child said this, I was like, this is a child after my own heart to notice things like that, to be so aware of the Feng Shui. And I also was very proud that at our choice of dining table and chairs, because our chairs are really, really comfortable. And that's one of the things when my husband and I went to a store and were looking at sets, right? That was in my mind, I had in my mind everything that I wanted for chairs. I wanted them to be on casters so they would be easy to maneuver, easy to pull forward or to pull back, so you can sit down and sit at the table and get away from the table easily without making noises, without destroying the floor. And I also wanted them to have armrests, and I wanted them to be padded. I wanted them to be comfortable. And, if you have little kids, it's super important that your dining chairs have armrests, because then you could fit a booster seat in there safely, right? And so look at that. Take a look at that. and make an objective assessment of how you are treating yourself by your choice of chairs. If you're not comfortable when you're eating, then that says something about how you manage your own happiness. The Feng Shui Dream Home Creation Lab, right now we're talking about happy dining areas. Last week we talked about Feng Shui correct dining tables, and this week we're going to be talking about Feng Shui correct dining chairs. And so earlier today I taught a lesson about this. Thursday, people are going to submit photos of the chairs they have in their homes for critiques. And then the next week, we're going to be talking about tablecloths and placemats. So every week, we talk about just one aspect of every room. And it's so much fun. It's so easy to do. And we're starting to see after just a few months that since we started the Feng Shui Dream Home Creation Lab, we're starting to see such wonderful transformations. The before and after photos are amazing with very little investment, with very little effort, just knowing what to do. So when I'm done recording this live video, I'm going to put a link to the Feng Shui Dream Home Creation Lab underneath so you can check that out. You can join anytime, any week. You can just jump in and start working with us on whatever we're working on at that moment. And you also get the recordings for the previous rooms we have done. At this time, we have done curb appeal, the outside of the front door. Then we also did foyers. And we did family rooms, and now we're doing dining areas. And so I want to invite you to check that out. And join us if you feel this is for you. One of the participants, this is like Feng Shui interior design, and I love it. And it's such a fun group, such good people, and it's so much better to focus your attention in turning your current home into a dream home than to focus your attention on other things in the world that are not so positive that are happening right now. You create your happiness at home. You control what happens in your home. So I hope this motivates you to continue to work to turn your current home into a dream home. Till next time.